Hi, I'm Claire and I am a mum of a daughter with ADHD. We have undiagnosed ADHD within the family, and also I'm a lead specialist in ADHD in a local secondary school. ADHD to me means quite a lot of positives that I don't think we pull out enough on people. So it's the ability to multitask, it's the ability to be the funniest in the room and make everyone laugh. It's the ability to be constantly forgiving and just start a new day every day and not hold a grudge. It's that amazing high energy that everyone wants in life. It's the great talkers and the ambitious creatives who bring us so much joy and creativity in the world. And it's all that give it a go attitude. So ADHD has a wealth of positives that we really need to celebrate. It does, of course, bring lots of challenges. It can have relationship challenges, whether that be with friendship groups or with partners in life. It can bring burnout and ADHD paralysis. So a lot of people presume ADHDers will be always full of energy and always the funniest in the room. And obviously the brain can't cope with that. So burnout is a real issue within the ADHD community. It can bring unpredictability. We could like something one day and an ADHD won't like it the next day. And obviously it brings a lot of anxiety because the brain is overthinking constantly, and that makes them try and think about what people are perceiving them as, and that brings high anxiety. So my experience with treatment options for ADHD is if it's within the NHS, it's medication, and that is really the options that are given. However, as part of my job, I've done extensive research to look at what other options we can go. Some people are choosing CBT as a way for the brain to function more effectively and slow down a little bit. But obviously exercise is super important, particularly dance and martial arts. They are the best for the ADHD brain. Also diet. The ADHD brain is lacking magnesium and zinc and potassium and protein and carbs. So as much of that in the diet is great. The use of apps and smart speakers and organisation is a brilliant way to manage ADHD, as well as just being aware of it. Being aware of what ADHD is and taking away the stigma really helps people with their mental health, particularly in their 20s and particularly with girls. In terms of research and clinicians and what they could do to help young people, I think positives need to be made more clear. I think a lot of people associate ADHD with hyperactivity, and particularly boys, and everyone will probably have an experience of someone in school that they could now look back with hindsight and say, oh, I think that person probably had ADHD. But I don't think many people look at a girl in that way. It's really hard for schools to diagnose girls. We get asked for evidence all the time, and a lot are simply sitting in a classroom internally anxious, but they won't be hyperactive. They won't be moving around the classroom. If anything, they are super frightened to get into trouble. So I think we need to make people more aware of the different types and how it really is a superpower if it's managed correctly. And it shouldn't be something we fear. It shouldn't be something that there's a stigma attached to or that we feel embarrassed. It should be something that we celebrate. There are much more people than we know who have got ADHD. It's not a fad. It's not a trend. It's just we are more aware of it now. So a little bit like years ago, left-handed people were very, very rare because it was sort of disencouraged to talk about being left-handed. It's exactly the same with ADHD. We are talking about it now. We're more aware of it. We're more aware of different attributes of it. In terms of what I think we should be portraying about ADHD is just celebrating the superpowerness of it. All that is going on is that ADHDers are hunters in a field of farmers. So years ago, obviously we needed to be hunters and our brain needed to work really, really fast and run around fields and be ready to pounce. Whereas now life has evolved and people are more of the farmer brain where they're more calculated, they're not hunting so quickly. And that's all ADHD is. It's just a brain in a different environment that we need to adapt to and adjust to in school and society and the workplace. Yeah, that's it really.